Okay, so we're going to start out on the Add Products via Upload page, which you can get to from the inventory section of Amazon Seller Central. We have the variation wizard open. I have the orphan and I have the parent listing as well. So we got all these here. So we're going to start by grabbing the parent ASIN, which you can find up top if you have RevSeller. I love RevSeller. You also have the variation viewer if you have RevSeller, which will give you a list of all the variations listed under it. So you can find the parent ASIN down below if you don't have variation or RevSeller. So we're going to paste it here and we're going to search it. And this is going to bring up the whole listing, the parent with all the child listings listed under it, all the variations. We're going to scroll all the way down. Add variation, and we're just going to fill out this information here. You can find it all on the orphan page. So we're going to start with the ASIN, which again you can find either with the variation or RevSeller, or you can find it in product description. So we're going to put that in the product ID. We're going to select ASIN for product ID type, and if you don't have a seller SKU in your inventory, then I usually just use the ASIN. But if you have this product in your inventory currently, then I would recommend using that SKU, your active SKU, for this. All right, so now we need to grab the name. I'm just going to copy the whole title with the size and the color and everything. We're going to put it here. And then we need to fill out the size separately. And we have the color map. We have the color name. And then we have size map, which that's an approximation to whatever. Then we have item condition and the price. So if you're adding this listing to your inventory through a template upload, which we are with this one, you're going to want to put a dummy price. If you don't add a price to this field, then the listing is going to be an incomplete listing. So we always add a price, and you can leave the quantity blank and it will create an out of stock listing. So then we're going to generate template, and we're going to download the template. It'll always be the top one. And then I'm just going to walk you guys through checking the template real quick and adding some missing columns if we need to, and then we're going to upload it. It's real easy stuff. So we're going to go to the template tab. Okay, so this one doesn't have an anchor ASIN. There should always be 3 rows for listings, or 3 different listings. Row 4 is the parent, and then you should have, in row 5, you should have an anchor ASIN, at least one, and then you should have the orphan at the bottom. So I'm going to walk you through adding an anchor ASIN when you don't have one. So we're going to go back to the variation wizard. Right here, okay. And we're just going to pick any of these and we're going to click sell yours, and then we're going to set the price, or not the price, also the price, but we're going to do item condition, and we also have to add a dummy price to this one. So then you save it, generate the template again, and we're going to download a new template. Okay, so download that, and you're going to have your anchor ASIN. And give it a second. Okay, so to the template tab. Okay, so now you can see we have 3. We have one for the parent, we have an anchor, which because it was downloaded, or it was already in the template, then it has a UPC as the product ID. That's not a big deal. So you have 3 different listings here, and you can see the parent has color and size information. The parent should never have that information. It shouldn't have any variation attributes, so we're just going to delete those. We're going to move on. Next thing we're going to check is the variation section. I guess it's technically the basic one, right next to variation, always. We always want the child to be partial update. And then you can see, look at this. So for the variation section, you have parentage, which is creating the parent-child relationship. The top one is parent, and all the other ones are child listings. You have the parent SKU, you fill in there. And then you have the relationship type, and then you have the variation theme. Variation theme is important. So you have all the different options here, and there are, typically you have color variations, like if it's a backpack or something, and or if it's just a one-size-fits-all product. For most apparel, you're going to use size name, color name, because then you can list multiple colors under a single parent. That works the best. Okay, so then we're going to move on all the way to the fulfillment center. We have to add a fulfillment center ID to create FBA listings. If you leave this blank and you're adding new listings, it's going to create a merchant fulfilled listing. But by adding this field, it creates, you use the Amazon NA, and that creates FBA listings. If you're just editing or messing with listings that are already in your inventory, you don't have to worry about this field or the next two. This is just for uploading new listings into your inventory. So we can see there are two fields. I'm looking and I don't see them here, so we're going to add them real quick. So we're going to insert 2 rows. And I have the headers and all the information that we need to add saved to my desktop because I do this a lot. So you can add pretty much any field as long as you copy it exactly. Any column that you need, you can just copy it from another template and it'll work. So that's what I have to do a lot with these. So if you're not sure exactly how the values should look, then you can just copy it from another template. You can download an advanced template and that'll give you like all of the different options you could possibly need. I like to save one of those in case I have to add something I don't usually need because I don't save any of the other columns, just these ones. Okay, so we've got this. We have one more thing to check. We're going to go to the red section and we're going to check the item condition. This doesn't always download into the template, but we need it. And they're both set to new, so now we're going to save it. So I like to save my templates with like the basic product name as the title, because you can re-upload templates if something becomes orphaned again. As long as the parent is the same, you can re-upload a template and it'll fix it for you. So it saves a lot of time actually. So if you save it with the product name, it's easy to find if you need it again. Okay, so we saved it. We're going to close it out and we're just going to upload it. So we're going to go back to the add products via upload, check and upload your inventory file. So this is great. If you aren't sure that you did everything correctly, if you're new to this, you can use the check your file function. You upload your file and it'll scan it and it'll let you know if there are any problems with it, and you can fix it before you actually upload it. I'm not going to use that today because I'm pretty positive that I got everything. So we're just going to choose file and we're going to upload our file. And once you click upload, it's going to redirect to another page. It's going to go to the monitor upload status tab, which is still in the add products via upload page. And you can see the top one, it says total number of records submitted 5, and then under that it says records that require further action are saved as drafts. If it says this, that means that the upload was not successful. So you can download your processing report and it's going to show you what went wrong and it's going to tell you, and you can go ahead and fix it and then you can try to re-upload it. But if it says upload done and then it gives you the number of records submitted but nothing else, if that's all it says, then that means that it was probably successful. The last thing you want to do is you're going to want to go back to the orphan page once this is done and you're going to refresh it, because you should be able to see the changes on the page pretty quickly. And that's all I've got for you today.